Good morning, everybody. The climate crisis is set to affect the developing world more harshly than the developed world. And when issues such as drought and lack of food are prevalent, children suffer the most, as there are incidences of children dropping out of school because they do not have the energy to walk to the nearest school. In some cases, parents are forced to sell their children into child marriages or prostitution so that they can put food on the table or have one less mouth to feed. As climate crises lead to low agricultural productivity and there is a growing population, this will lead to greater food insecurity in the future. The previous speaker has spoken about urban farming, which are solutions for the city. However, what do we do for people in the rural developing world where resources are much lower? There are some simple solutions available in the developing world, and what they need to move ahead will be some resources as well as capability development in order to have a better chance of survival. Even in the developing world, the farmers can help to fight climate crisis. However, sometimes their knowledge is lacking, and what they need is some capability development. Over the past 10 years, World Vision has promoted farmer-managed natural regeneration in 13 countries in communities across Africa and Asia. Through this effort, at least 1 million hectares of land has been regenerated over the last 10 years, and 6 million people have improved their crops and reduced hunger through better farming techniques. What is farmer-managed natural regeneration? It is a rapid, low-cost, and easily replicated approach to restoring and improving agricultural, forested, and pasture lands. The approach is based on encouraging the systematic regrowth of existing trees of self-sown seeds. It can be used wherever there are living tree stumps with the ability to resprout or seeds in the soil that can germinate. Vast areas of land around the world, particularly in the tropics and semi-arid tropics, have the potential to rejuvenate. Farmer-managed natural regeneration is not a new scientific discovery. The key is awareness and capability development. As a first step, after the farmers have agreed to the program, we will conduct a workshop for all stakeholders in the community. Women and children are particularly crucial because in most societies, women are responsible for fuel wood collection and children are often required to clear and burn all trees in agricultural fields before planting time. Children are also receptive to new ideas and they are the next generation of farmers. During the workshop, there will be hands-on training in pruning and management techniques and facilitated discussion on how to select potential trees to save. Once a community decides to practice farmer-managed natural regeneration, more workshops are held for a wider local society, such as community members, schools, religious leaders, local media, and traditional and administrative authorities. At this point, the wider agricultural community needs to develop some form of enforceable social contract to protect tree regrowth and respect regrowth on their neighbour's land. Essentially, by using a social contract, it is to get the community to prevent clearing or burning of land for agriculture or to stop cutting down the tree for firewood. In some cases, they also discourage animals to feed on seeds or shrubs which they are trying to regrow. Some of these ideas include the formation of cooperatives, early continuous technical support to overcome the initial humps and difficulties, establish local bylaws, and set up a management committee to monitor tree cutting and certify that the wood comes from sustainably managed areas. Why is a community willing to change? Oftentimes, these communities are facing specific issues, such as food insecurity, malnutrition, conflicts over natural resources, or chronic repeated natural disasters from flooding, strong winds, or drought. By then, the community knows they have to change. I will give you some of our success stories. One independent study estimates that the annual additional income earned directly by farmers in the Maradi region of Niger is between 17 to 23 million. Per family, incomes have increased by around US $200 per year. This occurs without any ongoing project input. In the Tatahoa region, after the program, The farmers started to dig compost pits. Seeds in animal and birds dropping germinated in these holes, resulting in massive revegetation on what had been a barren landscape. In the Zinda region, there is suggestion that 1 million or more hectares of trees have been partially regenerated from the roots of mature trees. More recently, in humble Ethiopia, we managed to regenerate 2,728 hectares of degraded land through farmer-managed natural regeneration. With the World Bank Clean Development Mechanism, the community was then able to sell carbon credits for each ton of carbon dioxide equivalent absorbed by the reforested trees. The combination of improved agriculture and supplementary livelihoods through the sale of carbon credits significantly contributed to poverty elevation and hunger reduction in the area. Additionally, following success in Humble, the Ethiopian government has committed to reforest 15 million hectares of degraded land using farmer-managed natural regeneration as part of the climate change and renewable energy plan to become carbon neutral by 2025. How did I get involved? Like many of you, I travel a lot and generate a lot of air miles. I was looking at how to offset my carbon footprint and was Googling on the web about how to be a better global citizen. I chanced upon the website and saw their barren land rejuvenation project and started funding it in order to offset my carbon credits. More than 10 years on, I have only become more and more involved. To make a change, we need everyone to buy into the idea that this approach has the potential to change the planet and people, and more can be done. The farmers, even in the remotest parts of the world, have the potential to fight climate crisis too. And we will keep forth to empower more local communities so that the number of children affected by environmental degradation and climate change will be reduced. Thank you for your time.